Welcome back. We have Carolyn Gatlin with us, and you want to talk a little bit about the Boone County EHC.
Yes. It's Extension Homemakers Club, or Council.
And what do the Extension Homemakers do?
Well, we try to train women in rural areas on they can do home canning or things, that are of interest to women, and get together in your little community group.
Like sewing, quilting, and you mentioned canning.
And ours, the group that I'm with, we're a project group, and what we do is we do quilting, and that's all we do.
Well, there's a shot of it, and these are some of the quilts that you personally have done.
Yes. The front one with the Sam and Sue being naughty, I designed that quilt.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You're very creative then.
Well, in my moments.
Now, when you say you design, are there certain patterns you placed in there? And then I know that centerpiece is like a hunting scene.
They're in a restricted no hunting zone.
Okay.
Oh, it says restricted, no
Okay.
hunting.
Yeah.
Oh, they're naughty.
They're being naughty.
Yes, they are.
Usually Sue and Sam are really easygoing people. They don't get into trouble, but this year they're getting into trouble.
So Sue and Sam are a theme that you utilize, I guess, in some of your quilt making?
Sunbonnet Sue has been a pattern that's been around a long time.
Okay.
And so I kind of expanded on it. Thought it would
Gave
be
some personality to it.
Yeah. Too much, probably.
Yeah.
But
Now, have you ever crossed into somebody's land that you weren't supposed to be there?
I don't hunt.
Oh,
We're
I know.
delving into your personal life.
I don't hunt. My husband does, but I don't.
Okay. For instance, this beautiful quilt that you've done here, how many hours do you put into creating something like this?
Probably close to 100 or more.
Wow. And you've been doing this for quite some time?
For about 20 years.
So if you were like a newcomer, it'd probably take you longer?
Oh, yeah, because
Lots longer.
the quilts that I brought today, most of them have some sort of hand applique on them. But if, for instance, if you just took this quilt and just pieced it, it doesn't take long to do that. But when you go into the hand applique,
Such as these right here?
those are
Now,
done by hand.
these are individually sewn with embroidery thread. Is that how that works?
Yes.
You cut the pieces out and then you lay them in, and then
Yes.
I guess the quilting comes last, right?
Oh, yes.
Now
And
these look so exact. Do you have a machine that does all
Pattern
that?
type thing? Or
I don't do. I hand quilt sometimes, but most of these have been done by other ladies that I hire to quilt my quilts.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is that the process you don't like, or?
No, it takes a long time.
Just takes a long time.
I don't mind doing it. It just takes a long time, and
Well, you can get a good idea of by the backing here. The patterns kind of makes it disappear, but there's a heart pattern with a little clover, 3-leaf clover type of thing. I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, these were all quilted by 3 different ladies. So
Oh, okay.
the lady that quilted this quilt's from Flippin, and the lady that quilted this quilt is from over at Osage, and the other one was quilted out at Western Grove.
Now, you've obviously entered these in a fair.
Yes.
And blue ribbons. Because you do such beautiful work. But
Well,
people, do you use them? I mean, are they do you display them, or are you letting them be functional as well?
yes, you can use any of these quilts. They're made out of 100% cotton. The batting in them is washable, and so is the lining, so you can wash them. It's just my kids haven't come and taken these.
Oh, there you go. Well, you know.
do you have a storehouse with? I mean, how many quilts do you have just laying around?
I have.
Do you keep count of them, or are they too many to count?
Well, we have too many kids to count, my husband and I, but I think I have about 15 quilts.
15. That's not
Some
too
I
many.
haven't gotten completed, but or quilted, but there's about that many there. But I've given more than that away.
While you're doing a quilt like this, are you thinking about the next one?
No.
You're not thinking. And how long do you? When you finish one, do you
Immediately
go back in, or do you?
if I found a pattern that I like or an idea that I want to expand on, then I start it. But I try to finish one quilt before I
take on that new idea.
Yeah, because if I don't, I don't ever finish
you never
the
get
quilt.
That's the way things happen a lot of times.
Now, are these for sale?
Uh-oh.
I have tried
That's the
to
big
sell
question.
them, but I didn't sell it. So, but yeah, if
Well, there's a
somebody-
lot of work. You know, when people come down from the north, I mean, they'll buy an expensive quilt because they know what's in them. But everybody has quilts, you know.
What happens is they'll stop at one of these tourist places,
Yeah.
and they'll get one of the quilts that's made in Taiwan or China.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll buy it thinking that it's
An Ozark original.
yes, and
Oh, dear.
and they fall apart. But you can use these quilts for years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this is something you mentioned you're involved with the Extension Homemakers
Yeah.
Council. And can anyone be a part of that?
Oh yes, anyone who wants to join just has to find out where their community meets and show up for a meeting.
And a beginner is welcome just as well as
Oh
an
yes,
experienced quilter.
yeah. This year this is our 33rd Quilters Workshop. So, and we have beginners and we have experienced quilters, and what we plan on doing, it will be held at the First Methodist Church on Bower, and it will go from 9 till 12. And those ladies who want extra help, we will be there to help them afterwards. It's easier to help one-on-one than it is
Right.
to try to teach someone how to embroidery in a group.
So in that group setting, are you actually doing the quilting then? Or do you
We-
have a meeting with a speaker, or how does that work?
We have 5 other guilds that are going to be participating along with ours, and they will come from Hill and Hollow is from Mountain Home, Calico Cut-Ups, and they're from I think Kimberling City, and gosh, I can't think of all of them right now, and.
But if
That's
somebody's
okay.
interested in this
Yeah,
area, who should they contact? Should they contact you?
Well, they can contact the extension office, or they can contact me. I'm in the phone book.
I think we had some contact information
yeah.
right there on the screen.
Oh, okay.
And but or if they know anyone who wants to, my group meets on the 4th Thursday of every month.
Do
Okay.
they meet every time at the same place?
Yes, we
okay.
do.
Where do
Yes.
they meet?
We meet at the First Christian Church,
Okay.
and
Well, this is a great art that needs to be passed on, and I'm
That's-
sure you're looking for people to take
We-
in where the older ones retire.
we would like some young ladies to come in and help us because most of us are older. And one lady has been.
But you have a lot of experience,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's part of that too. You pass that along to the
And
younger
it's a
ones.
great mentoring time, I would
Yes,
think, too.
and not only do we do the workshop, but we also do the quilts at the fair that we're part of, helping with that display at the fair.
And it's
So-
always nice to look at those to see the different patterns and how you come up with the ideas you do every year.
and it amazes me that you can take the same pattern and different ladies will see it in different color schemes
yeah.
and things. That quilt is a Sudoku quilt.
Sudoku,
Oh, that's
okay.
okay. That's
It's a puzzle.
popular puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it has 9 different colors in each little
I love
square.
the depth of that. I think that's
Yeah, I like
And,
the colors in
nice.
it too.
It was on top of the trunk. It was so that's why I grabbed
Well,
it.
we'll ask you to come back again, bring some more quilts and different things you guys do, and we'll talk a little more
Okay.
some other time. We'll call you a week or so in advance.
We won't call
we
you
won't
please.
call you till
9:30
last minute.
today.
Yeah, 9:30 was a little bit rushed, but
But you pulled it off,
Yeah.
and you brought some beautiful pieces with you.
yeah.
Well, Carolyn, thank you so much for being here, and I'm sure their audience really appreciated this. And you can contact her if you want to be a part of their is it weekly? Weekly meetings? Monthly meetings. Okay, find out all about that. We'll give you more information at the end of the show. All right, let's take a last break, and I think we're going to sit in with. Yeah, we do have. We'll just wait. You'll be surprised, as all of us are when he comes in every day. Stay with us.